All right, everyone, I'm excited to welcome you to another wonderful episode of the Growth Code podcast. My name is Fashmo Michael Olaita. I am your host, and I'm super excited for the conversation we're going to have today because it is one of the things I've looked forward to. And particularly, I'm interested in the person that I'm going to be speaking with today. Yes, I promise you today's conversation promises to be interesting because we live at a time where people beam their searchlights on the uh, urban areas, forgetting the people at the on the grass, the people at the local community, and this is actually having adverse effect on their ways of life. So today I'm going to be speaking with an humanitarian expert, and then we are going to be dissecting what it takes to actually serve the people at the underserved community. My guest for today is by name Magdalene Musa. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to bring you on board any moment from now. She is the founder of One Tribe Initiative, a non-for-profit organization that is known for helping the people that are vulnerable, particularly those that are displaced as a result of crisis. They also speak for the voiceless and also empower women at the community level. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's a joy and a great privilege to have you discuss and share your experience with us. Good evening, and you're welcome to the program. Oh, beg your pardon. I'm trying to unmute your mic. Uh, all right. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much, Michael. It's an honor being here. Thank you for the invitation.
Yeah, thank you. So, for those that first do not know who you are, first I would like you to please do us the honor of telling us who you are and what you do.
Okay, so my name is Magdalene Habiba Musa. Um,
Jesus.
um, yes, I have a master's in conflict, peace, and security with a degree in history from Ahmadu Bello University. I have several
Fantastic.
years working with development organization, non-profits, as we call them, delivering several projects spanning through peace building and health, basically. I'm
Mm.
also the founder of an executive director of One Tribe Initiative, a registered nonprofit carrying out programs in Kaduna, some parts of Plateau State and Abuja, and also a tea blender. I have a tea business.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah, great. And I can say that you wear many caps. And we're going to see how we can drink from your wealth of experience, particularly what you do with your non for profit organization. Aside your activities, you briefly mentioned that you are a tea blender. And one we want to connect the nexus, a tea blender and now finding ourselves in the humanitarian space. If you don't mind, we'd like to walk us through that story.
Okay, so basically, I think how I stumbled on tea it wasn't intentional
Mm,
because I've tried so many businesses.
mm,
Growing up, I always wanted to do business, so I did so many business. But it so happened that I grew up on a farm. My both parents are farmers. I grew
mm,
up on a farm, and my mom had this culture of blending herbs with the tea we take. So when people come to the house and they try the tea, they're always like, "This tea is nice. Give us your recipe." And then
mm.
one day I looked at her and I said, "Why don't we make this, into money?" And then I had to go to research and see, okay, how can I make, tea, and how can I bag it? So I started doing my research. I did some courses online to become a certified tea blender, and then that was
Fantastic.
how the tea business started, basically.
So, how's it been for you as an entrepreneur doing business in Nigeria?
So I had to stop briefly, even though we are trying to relaunch this time around, because uh when we started we were getting a whole lot of traction, amazing feedbacks, and getting NAVDAC number. Since I was doing this thing in my mother's kitchen, to get NAVDAC number will require me to have a factory, a setup, which I didn't have, and I didn't have the means to at that point. So I just took a break to, replan, re-strategize. This time around, when I'm launching, I'm not just coming with tea, I'm coming with a whole lot new products.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
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 but it's not been that easy, but I think it's a beautiful experience because as the market changes every day, new policies, new
yeah.
struggles, new
Mm,
challenges, it just, it has taught me to find a way to evolve.
mm.
Basically read the news and know what's going on. If not, one day, you know, tax will just hook you on the neck and you'll be in trouble. But it's been an interesting experience for me.
Yeah, that's very great one. I love the
Yeah.
fact that the experience I can perceive that it actually has a play in what you've become. So that's
Yeah.
very great and laudable. So I also want you to please walk us through your passion
Mhm.
for vulnerable communities. Where do you pick
Yeah.
from that? If you look at your upbringing, will you say something you find in your family or something you develop while growing up?
Mm. So I think I'll say I'll give the credit to my parents.
Mm,
Giving is something I saw them do effortlessly. I
mm,
growing up, I used to be upset when my dad is a farmer, like I said earlier. My dad really farms to sell, but I know usually when it's harvest, he has the silo that is
mm,
basically for giving widows and people that come to the house. So I grew up having people come to the house knowing that if they come, there will always be either maize or rice or something, they'll get something. So maybe that built the culture of giving in me effortlessly. But I think it also helped me to identify when there is a need and how to provide solution to it. Because
mm,
what
mm,
started one tribe was a need. I come from Plateau State, and I experienced crisis both in Plateau State and in Kaduna growing up. So I myself have been displaced. There was a time there was a crisis that happened. I think it was 2007, if I'm not mistaken. I was displaced because I had to leave where I was staying. We had to go to a barrack, stay, depend on people to feed us.
mm,
Because when it happened, I think the only thing I got to pick was just a cardigan. We're just told leave, 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 leave. They are coming and all that. So we didn't have the luxury of fetching
mm,
food or getting extra clothes. So we were basically at the mercies of the people that housed us for the period of time we were there before it was safe for us to go out and go back to our home. So I know how it feels to be at the mercies of people. I know how it
mm,
feels to be in people's houses and you want to eat, you can't tell them that you're hungry, you just have to wait for them
mm,
till they cook. So
mm,
when in I think it was in 2018, there was an attack in some communities in Plateau State, and someone made a post on Facebook. He said people are displaced. Firstly, they are looking for where to stay because there weren't camps available. They are wearing cardigans because Plateau State can be very, very cold.
yeah, yeah,
They need blankets, they need food, they need clothes. And I replied, I sent him a message, private message, and I said, how can I help? And he said anything. So I just thought over it overnight. And then I think I had a following of about 4,000 people on Facebook. I was doing one or two videos on Facebook. So I said, why don't I leverage on that? So I made few posts soliciting for people to support. And then I was amazed because the
mm,
response shocked me. I got people sending me clothes from Adamawa, people
mm,
sending me things, calling me, okay, where are you? I got a whole lot. So
mm,
when I had this things all gathered, I took them personally to Jos.
mm,
And that was the first time I was meeting this person that made that post on Facebook. And when I came down with the stuff, the first thing he said was, this is the biggest donation they've had so far. And I was like, oh, here I am thinking what I have is very small, it won't go a long way. And, it just made me feel that, no matter how small it is, It could be the saving grace that someone is, the answered prayer that someone is waiting for. So I just came back and I told my mom, and we started doing house to house campaigns in our neighborhood, asking people in church, okay, please, you have clothes you're not wearing, you have shoes, you can support with food and all that. So we kept on doing that, and I kept having conversation with him because he was on the camp, he was interfacing with the people, he knew their challenges, he knew their stories more. So whenever I called, we'll talk, have long conversations. And one thing always stood out was when I asked him, what about the girls? What about the women? How are they coping? There was always issue of health. Children were being exposed to malnutrition. Uh, I think what stood out for me then was there were cases of young girls that were being pushed to early marriages because either their parents were killed or their parents were homeless. They didn't have a home to go back to or anything. They had lost everything. So the best option to them was to marry these girls off. So I said, no, this shouldn't happen. How can we support them? So we decided to say, okay, fine, let's look for schools that could absorb these girls, either giving them partial scholarship or full scholarship, and then we'll find money to support these girls so that at least if you take them off the parents for some months, the parents get the time to breathe and find a way to settle, and then maybe find alternatives where these girls can come back during holidays. But we also faced a challenge, and that was what pushed me to
Yeah.
register One Tribe, because we
Yeah.
started going to meet people, and people were saying, "We don't know you. You're not a registered entity. What if we give you money and then you squander it? What if we give you money and then you squander it? What if we give you stuff and then you're nowhere, we can't trace you. You don't have an office. You don't have anything that we can identify you and hold you accountable for." So I said, okay, I think it's about time I registered. And even though sometimes I keep asking myself if I made the right move, because that registration changed everything. Now there is a whole legal responsibility to attach to me and expectations. And I didn't even know that I would be paying doing tax returns. I didn't know. So I just registered. I didn't know what it meant to have a nonprofit. I didn't know what it meant to even run programs. I didn't know anything. Then I was just a field person working with nonprofits, but I didn't know what it meant to have a structure. And I struggled for so many years. But basically, I would say there was a need, and I took it upon myself to provide the solution with the little I had then, and that was what birthed One Tribe.
Amazing,
Yeah.
amazing, very touching story, and
Thank you.
yeah, very touching story. I'm very glad. Sometimes when life throws us challenges, it's been said that
Yeah.
we can make lemonade from lemon.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So when you look back, just before the conversation, I saw your post. One tribe celebrating 6 whole years. When you look at
Yeah.
yeah, the strides and everything you've put together to build One Tribe over the last 6 years. First, let me ask you, how do you feel?
Well, I think if not recently, when we had a deworming project where we dewormed 6,000 children, I think that there was a moment that I looked at myself. I said, well, 6,000 is huge. And I felt proud, and I tapped myself and said, okay, well, you're going somewhere. Because to be honest, there were years that it felt like, are you sure you want to do this? On paper, One Tribe just clocked 6, but in reality, we this is our 8th year.
Fantastic.
Um, I am excited about what God has been doing. I'm a Christian, and I keep telling people who reach out to me to say, what kept you? I'll say God did, because I'll tell you there were years that I was jobless. I'm currently not doing much. I don't really have a paid job, but I will tell you that years where I wasn't working were years we did amazing things. Like, God showed up for us. Looking back, I would say I am glad I took the step, even though there are moments I cried and asked myself, why did I even start? I can tell you when I started, I didn't have enough. I was using my salary, so it
Mm,
meant I wasn't having money to make my hair. I wasn't having money to wear good clothes. I had friends who looked at me as if I was just wasting my efforts. But I'm
mm,
glad that for every community we go into or every activity we carry out, when people reach out to say thank you so much,
mm,
I find that satisfaction that I'm glad
mm.
that if this person succeeds tomorrow or if their
Mm.
life gets better tomorrow,
Better.
they would mention that, oh, it's because I came across this organization. That has been what has been my fuel, like my ginger every day. Like, let it be that when I meet anybody or any community we go to, they are
Mm,
better than we met them, right?
mm,
And they have something that they can look back and say, oh, my life was made better. So I'll say so far, looking at the numbers we've impacted, looking at the communities we've reached, even though I hoped and I wished we had done much, but I'll give myself some break because 6 years, I'm still a toddler, right?
yeah.
If
Yeah.
I were a child, I would say I'm still trying to go into primary school. So
Mm,
I would say so far, I'm grateful for the people who have believed in us because I
mm,
still have friends who still donate. I still have
mm,
family who still say, hey, let's do this for you because we want to support your dream. So in general, I'll say I'm not where I hoped I'll be by now,
mm,
but I'm happy that
mm,
within these years
mm.
that we've touched lives and I know that there are communities that would say, well, our lives are now better because this organization existed.
Amazing, amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing that beautiful story with us. You see, there's something so particular about one tribe that I love hearing from you is that,
Mm.
some 8 years ago when you started, you never envisaged where you are today. And then now looking
No.
forward, the joy, the excitement, the impact you've made, you know, they count. And then I think that's laudable. I wish you the very best. So, in your earlier response, you partly mentioned some of the challenges that you face, which you
Yeah.
mentioned hostility. Probably people are not trying to showing an open arm to welcome some of your laudable ideas. So, in specific terms, what other challenges do you remember, and how? Because people may be watching, people may be in your shoes. I would like you to please
Mm.
try to tell us how you were able to solve those challenges.
Okay, so I think for me, the first challenge I experienced was I didn't know where I was heading to.
Mm,
Like I said, I registered, I had no idea
mm,
that what I was vying into or going into was very big.
mm,
And for I think 2019, 2020,
mm,
2021, I struggled.
mm,
It's not that I wasn't carrying out one or two activities, but there's a term my brother calls it. He's also a co-founder, and he would
mm,
say, "Oh, we've been doing feel-good activities, and these are activities that they are not actually, at that moment you're
mm,
making it's just like, for example, I decide to cook food, which was something we're doing then, go to an orphanage and then give them cooked food, right? At the
mm.
moment you give them that food, they are satisfied, but
Mm.
that hasn't solved a problem.
No problem.
So
Sure.
you leave them with that hunger. You go to your
Mm,
community and give them one time intervention that just solves that problem immediately. And then
mm,
you leave them with the same problem. So I
mm,
didn't understand the importance of creating sustainable solutions. I
mm,
didn't understand what it meant to understand the true needs of communities that I wanted to serve. So
mm,
sometimes I would just wake up and say, "Oh, this community, they look like they are poor people. They need money or they need this. Let's just buy this and go and give." And then when you go to these communities, they're looking at you like, "Oh, maybe we even have money more than you." Do you understand? So when I
mm,
started, some of the things we did were based on assumptions. But one thing I did that helped me was I became intentional. I began to
mm,
ask questions. I began to look for people that run organizations. I began
mm,
to look for courses to do online. I paid money
mm,
in, I think, I have a mentor, Boss Rookie. She's on Facebook. I paid money. I think the first session I had with her in, I think, I can't remember whether it's 2021 or 2022. We paid 20,000 naira. That 20,000 naira then was like from my nose. That was when I bought, like, it was like, when money will be paying you, I
mm,
paid, and I was amazed when we started those trainings. I began to see I didn't have anything. I didn't even know what it meant to have a strategic plan. I didn't know a whole lot, right? And I was already overwhelmed as at when I started those classes. And then after that, she did another professional course, which she charged 50,000 naira. So I was lucky. I will not say lucky. I was blessed that she gave me a discount, but there were people that paid that 50. So I kept on investing in myself because
mm,
I know that, look, if you're starting something and you're going in as a novice, you're going to waste time, you're going to waste resources,
mm,
and you might end up even doing more harm to the communities you intend to serve, because there
mm,
is something we call do no harm
yeah,
in non-profit sector,
yeah.
that the solution you create more harm than good.
Oh,
Sorry, a call is coming in.
yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. We have you. Yeah, with us.
Yeah, a call is trying to come in. Sorry. So
Sorry.
yeah, so I
Yeah.
think one thing for me was I paid the price by paying money to be trained. I did two internships,
Oh, my
two
goodness. I
and
think.
one with an international. Yes, those internships did not.
All right. I think network is not too stable. We'll be glad to have you back. Join us shortly. And we've been speaking with the founder of One Tribe Initiative in person of Magdalene Musa. And then we've been trying to unpack some of the life lessons she has learned running a non-profit organization. We'll quickly use this medium to spotlight some of you that are contributing to the show. Thank you so much. Hello, what? I would like to hear from you. Thank you so much for dropping by. Yeah, I can see someone is watching. Please let me know what you have gained from this session. Thank you so much. This is Stomach Music. All right. Thank you so much for stopping by. We hope you will be able to stay to the end as we wait for uh, guests to join us for the live session. Don't forget, my name is Fashmo Maite Olaito, and I'm your host for the Growth Code podcast. And then there's something that stood out for me from all the wonderful lessons that my guests have been sharing since the program started. One of it is the fact that we should strive to, you know, invest in personal growth, in personal development. It is very, very important. You heard her saying that she had to pay to learn. She took a course, and while she was paying, it seems, very hard, uncomfortable. And at the end of the day, the knowledge she acquired, help her put a better structure into her organization. And I think that is a very good thing for us to glean from this particular session. Yeah, if you are still there, I think network is trying to kick people away. Okay, so the program is still the Growth Code podcast. We hope that our guest will join us shortly. And yeah, you see, as a Nigerian, we must not only and as Nigeria, I believe this applies to everyone across the globe. We must ensure that we diversify. We actually don't have one thing doing. While she was mentioning some of the things, She made mention of the fact that she's a tea blender, and one will wonder how does that actually correlate into being or playing big in humanitarian space right now. There are times that we learn by what we see. That is very practical. Whatever we are doing, let us understand the fact that people are watching. Yeah, particularly as parents, if you have toddler or you have word out there, you should understand the fact that whatever you are doing, people are watching. A story is very interesting. You know, the passion, she traced it to the fact that our parents are people that give. They identify the need of the people and they give. And look at what that has contributed. See the seed that has planted in the heart of our younger guests are now growing up. You can see the seed. So, meaning that whatever we are doing at the moment, we should always think about the consequences, because whatever we do, it must surely have a consequence, positively and negatively. Thank you so much for watching up to this moment. I hope we'll be able to get our guests back. So, I'm just going to pause for a moment, just a minute or two, and then, yeah, we are going to bring her back shortly. Yeah, just give me a moment. We're going to bring her back shortly. Yeah. So let me see. Let me see. All right. All right. Okay. So I'm just going to wait to see. Oh, okay. So I'm just going to drop a message for her so she can join us shortly. Mhm. So let's see. All right. I think she's trying to drop a message for us. Yeah. So let's see if we can bring her back so we can wrap the program. Thank you so much for watching up to this moment. We appreciate and cherish. Still trying to join. All right. So we are hoping she's going to join us any moment from now. She's trying to join us. And really do not forget that we are open to partnership, we are open to collaboration, we are open to sharing your wonderful stories. If you have something meaningful you would like to share with the world, you can drop a message for us on our WhatsApp number, and that is 08065108072, or you drop a comment under this video. We're going to pick it up from there. All right, she's back. Okay, so let's see. Okay. Wow. Okay, I'm just gonna drop a message. Okay, she's all right. So let's see. All right, so she's with us now. Yeah. So we're size patient. She's with us. I didn't want that story to go. She's actually sharing some profound tips on how to serve the underserved. Great. Thank you so much. You're back. All right. Yeah, thank you so much. Sorry about the
Yeah, so
disconnection.
sorry for
Yeah,
that. A call came in, so it interrupted my network.
hey, sorry about that. Okay. So let
Mm.
me just go to the next question. Let me go to the next question actually. Uh, recently I need to share this so that you actually know it's a plus for you to actually let you know that people actually watch whatever we're doing. People are watching. People may not come directly to come and give us the upload. I don't know why people delay, but people are actually watching whatever we're doing, particularly if you have a digital media presence. People are actually watching. So recently you traveled out of Nigeria for course and things related to that. So I want to ask you, what do you observe here that they are doing better in terms of serving the underserved and we are not doing in Nigeria? Like the differences that you observe in the way they run their humanitarian service outside Nigeria and how we run ours, and what we can incorporate to even make us better. Oh my goodness. So the network once again. The network once again. No, don't do this. So wow. Wow. So the network once again. So I'm trying to ask the things that she observed, how humanitarian services are run outside the country, and how it is run in Nigeria, and what exactly we can do better. I wish she's back to help us shed more light on this important topic, because I see it as something that we need to also know. And I believe she'll be here shortly to actually share with us how we can serve the underserved. How can we serve the underserved? How can we ensure that their voices are heard? All right. So we have someone still watching. Okay. So if you're there still watching, please kindly drop your name and where you're watching us from. We'd like to hear from you. If you're there and you're still watching, kindly drop your name, where you're watching from. We'd like to hear from you. If you're watching, yep, I'd like to hear from you. Oh, network. So, all right. So let me give you some cool music so that we can at least. So let's. Uh, so while we wait, let's group to this jam. Yeah, come on now, come on now, come on now, come on now. Yeah, come on now. Are you feeling what I'm feeling? Come on now, come on now. Mm. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. All right. Welcome again. Okay. Please confirm if you can hear me now.
Thank you so much. So sorry about my network.
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you too. All right. So I was asking that what are
Okay.
the things that
I
you
think it's
observe?
manageable. All right.
Okay. So I was asking what are the things that you observe that they are doing better outside Nigeria when it comes to giving back to the community, and we are not doing so well in Nigeria, and what can we do to bridge the gap?
Okay. So I think for me, I think we have Nigerians, we have a giving culture actually, but we
Mm,
rarely have people, except for now, where we have people coming online to say, okay, share someone's story, and you see people calling out, uh, saying we want to support this person, or put his account number, want to send him help. So we don't have, for me, I feel like we don't have
whoa, 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 whoa. Network, don't do this to us. Well, so let's vibe while we wait for our guests to come back. Let's listen to some beautiful music. Oh, trying to bring that back, and let's see. Mm, mm, mm. So don't forget to send us a message on 08065108072 to be part of this program. Do not forget to send us a message. I will pick it up from there. We'll see how we can bring you up on this program for you to share your story. This is the Growth Code podcast brought to you by Fash Media Concept. My name is Fashmo Michael Olaiton, and we are hoping that our guests will be able to join us shortly. We are looking at what it takes to serve the underserved. Yeah. So let's see. So I just want to treat you to some of the music we're listening to here. So if you are there listening to us, please kindly drop your comment. I'd like to know where you are watching us from, your name and where you are watching us from. And if you love to be part of the conversation, I'd love to bring you on stage also. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, she's back. So I'm just gonna give you another musical break. Let's go.
Kai, Kai.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so we're still waiting for our guest. I think she's having issues with our network, and we believe shortly we'll be able to bring her back. And if you're still joining us, let us know where you're joining us from, please. Kindly type your name and where you're joining us from. We're looking at what it takes to actually serve the underserved. That is what we are looking for today. All right, what we're looking for today is what it takes to serve the underserved. And my guest for today is the founder of One Tribe Initiative in person of Magdalene Musa, and been able to unpack series of live lessons, how to start non-profit organizations, the lessons, and everything in between. I think she's back right now, and I hope that this time around we'll be able to enjoy our stay. Okay. Okay.
Michael, can you hear
Uh,
me?
yeah, I can hear you. Sorry for the inconvenience, please. I can hear you. Holy Spirit. Okay. Damn. Wow. This is serious, man. Wow, 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 wow. It's, it's a whole lot, really. It's a whole lot, really. Wow, you see, network can be very funny sometimes, can be very embarrassing. We're very sorry for that. We hope we'll be able to bring her back so that we can continue the program. My name is Fashimo Michael Olaito, and this is the Growth Code podcast. And what we are considering for today is what it takes to serve the underserved. And today I am speaking with Magdalene Musa, the founder of One Tribe Initiative, a non governmental organization that focuses on helping the children, particularly those that are displaced as a result of crisis, helping women, giving them quality education, and as a whole, bringing impact, developments, and meaningful changes to the community. All right. Thank you so much for watching up to this moment. I don't want to bore you. I hope we'll be able to bring her back. It's almost an hour since we started this program. And yeah, if we're unable to continue today, hopefully we'll be able to bring her in our next episode for us to listen to our story. Thank you so much for turning up. You agree with me that it can only get better. I am Fashomo Michael. So let me increase the volume from this end. All right, so let's do it as we used to on the radio program. I believe you are enjoying this jam. Okay, this is night driving and it's giving the vibe of weekend. So let me ask you, at your weekend going, what are you up to? Are you reading book? Are you watching football? Are you going on a date? Are you seeing someone? Oh my goodness, this reminded me of my training. Had my time sitting behind the mic. Don't worry. While we wait for our guest, I'm going to ensure that even those of you that will be watching later, at least you feel engaged. You can feel the vibe, eh? You can. Oh my. You enjoy that? I'm back. All right. For those of you that are still there, I want to say a very big thank you so much for joining us on today's program. My name is Fashmo Michael Olaito, and I wouldn't want to bore you so much, particularly for those of you that may be watching much later. I think the network is not in favor of our guest for today. I am Fashmo Michael Olaito, as stated earlier, and this is where we're going to draw the content on today's episode of the Growth Code podcast. Do not forget that we are committed to serving you valuable content that you can learn from, life lessons that can help you navigate through our times. Until I come your way next week with another guest discussing some profound topic and conversation that can bring growth and lasting changes to our community. My name is Fashomo Michael Olaita. Have a beautiful day. God bless you.